Hi all. I thought I'd do a really, hopefully quick video today. Uh, and it's about getting exhaust rust done. Hopefully this zooms in. And it won't. It's a bit wide. I'll have to do some still shots of it. The rust on the exhaust has always kind of intimidated me, and last night I was in a rush, pounded through it, and ended up with a really nice texture on there and color mismatch. Anyway, what's remarkable about it is it took me about 2 minutes. So I'm going to run through that real quick and show you what I used. Feel free to mix your own stuff in, use different brands or colors, whatever. I just used what was within arm's reach. That is, maybe it's my eyes that are off, yellowish rust from Panzer Aces, 2 pigments from AK, track rust and light rust, and their light wash. That's the liquid, or the actual wash, and it's light rust. What I'd done with these things before I started was I gave them a coat of Mr.Surfacer 500, and I've done that with a bit of plastic because it's just going to be quicker for me to show you what I did and explain it as I go along than to explain it by itself, because it's really that quick. Get this out of the way, make sure the camera can see it. So the first thing I did was actually put some paint on it. Now I didn't use the dropper to do that on the model because that would be silly, but with the Mr.Surfacer dried, quickly blotched some of that stuff on. Then I flecked, or whatever term you want to use for it, some of the pigments. It's not going where I want. Onto the wet paint. About there. And the other pigment. And then, because I was rushing through things, I grabbed some of my rust wash and just let it saturate in over top of the pigments and over top of the wet paint underneath. Originally I thought the paint might grab some of the pigments and hold it, and I was in a rush, so I didn't wait. And that's what it looks like when it's still wet. Let's get those picked up. It looks like a real mess, and it looks kind of pukish, but let's see if this will. That's what it dried to. So it's all sort of nicely blended randomly with some tonal variations, and that sort of crispy texture to it. And that's 24 hours old now, and that's completely untreated. There's no clear or anything on top of that, so it will brush off if I touch it too much. And what I am going to do is, after I've got some clear on this model and moved on to some other stuff, I'm probably going to go back and just give it a touch more of the dark rust, or the track rust, which is the darker one. Just the same thing, a couple of small spots just for the change. But I've never had much luck doing the rust. This worked out for me is quite remarkable, and the fact that it's so quick, I figured was worth passing on to you guys. Don't use your own pigments or your own washes or whatever. Whatever you've got handy. That's all I did was grab what stuff that I've used before and never had much luck with, but it seems like if you blend them all at the same time, you get a pretty nice result. Give it a try. Take care.